This is James's deck dinner for April the 1st. It's yams, which I sauteed in some butter with celery, garlic, and spinach. And I put walnuts on top. And then he's going to have salmon on the side. And what I did is in the pan after I was done sauteing his yams, I took them out and I put my soup in, and so it'll have a little bit fancier flavor than it did before. And I'm going to talk about the Thin Man, it got the top of the stack rating from me. And then On the Rocks, Cold Pursuit, Wakanda Forever, and Van Halen. And I'm hoping that James gets here to talk about Van Halen, because I don't really have that much to say about it. But I don't think he could possibly have that much to say about it either, because it was awfully short. Anyway, The Thin Man. Wow, was that great. It was made in 1934. It's black and white. You won't miss the color. It's a great mystery, and they really used, back when they had no option but to use the black and white. I suppose some people maybe didn't use the light and shadows as well as they could have, but many did. Many used them really artistically, and they did in this. And the outfits were fantastic. It's really a story about an alcoholic detective from the looks of things, or else they really used to drink a lot more alcohol back then than they do now, socially and otherwise. And his glamorous wife or girlfriend, I don't know, other significant other, who drinks a lot too. They drink a lot of alcohol in this. It's really surprising how much alcohol they were drinking. But anyway, even completely inebriated, this detective manages to solve the mystery. And with some comedy. There was some comedy in here too, which was really great. And yeah, it was a lot better than I had expected it would be. I'm so surprised that it took me this long in my life before I got around to watching this movie. It's great. Everyone should watch it. Top of the stack rating, for sure. On the Rocks. Well, everyone knows I love Bill Murray. Most people do, don't they? He's great. Who doesn't love Bill Murray? And he was great in this. He always is. And yeah, I guess this was put out in 2020. And it's a story about it's in a way it's a kind of mystery too. Bill Murray is playing this woman, Rashida Jones. He's playing her character, playing her father in this, and they kind of act like detectives. They're trying to solve a mystery that, anyway, it's good. You like following it along the way, or at least I did. But it didn't get top of the stack, even though I love Bill Murray. And I love Liam Neeson. And this one is it's much like you would expect from Liam Neeson lately. Cold Pursuit has some serious action. There's a lot of him hunting down bad guys, and it's amazing how much, I don't like violence and stuff, but when you see Liam Neeson taking out the bad guys, you're like, yeah, got another one. Thank goodness, the world's a better place. And you feel like, oh, should I feel that way? Because it's not good. People doing this vigilantism, it's not good. And so anyway, it's kind of like a kind of a guilty pleasure watching Liam Neeson take out bad guys. And one thing I'll say about this, it wouldn't have gotten the top of the stack above this anyway, but there were things in here that didn't seem unbelievable or necessary or what, both. Like, he's a snowplow operator, which that's great. He has big snowplow machinery, which is awesome. And I'm sure lots of people would like to be snowplow operators, because how fun would that be? Especially in a mountain town, mountain community. There'd be a lot of snow to plow. Very necessary job. So he gets Man of the Year or whatever award, because everyone thinks he's pretty awesome. He does his job, and they're very appreciative for him. So anyway, but why does he have one of those tree sawing machines? I mean, I guess you see that he lived in a log cabin, so you think, okay, well, maybe he bought this machine so that he could make his own log cabin. Maybe he does that on the side, make log cabins, like in the summertime or whatever. I don't know, but there really isn't an explanation for why he has. That would be a very expensive piece of machinery, which they're very interesting machines too, the ones that saw and then they strip the limbs off, and there you have a log. Wow. Without, and you could get through it so much faster with one of those machines than with a chainsaw and other equipment, whatever. So yeah, they're cool machines, but I didn't see any reason why he would have it, or why it was used as it was. And this scene in the back with the car perched on a tree, it doesn't happen in the movie. I didn't see that anywhere in the movie. There was something that was related in a way similar to that, but it wasn't even necessary, and it was silly that it was there. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you get to that scene. So, as much as I enjoyed this movie, it does not deserve top of the stack. Wakanda Forever. Wow, was that long? 2.5 hours, and I fell asleep in it at one point. I don't know how much I missed, but honestly, I didn't care enough to rewind it. I was surprised to see that Disney had something to do with putting this out. I was, because I was hanging around just because I didn't want to get up to turn it off. And, so that was surprising. But I don't know. I didn't like the whole story, and I couldn't really. I don't want to say too much to give it away. I don't know why the bad guys ended up. There wasn't really a good enough explanation for why they were taking out scientists and stuff, and it was really kind of lame. And anyway, I do like the fact that this. Well, I guess she's tall, but she's not very. She looks pretty petite and stuff like that. But this woman is really the main character, and she's supposed to be somebody who's interested in science and education, that sort of thing, and working at making new discoveries and whatever. And that's really, I think that's good to have that sort of influence for kids. So that part I did appreciate, but I don't know. I guess I'll watch the next one, because I always end up watching these movies, but it's not worth watching. Now, I put this at the bottom because I was hoping James was going to talk about it, but I don't know if it actually belongs on the bottom. From what I watched of it, it's short. It was like, I don't know if it says on here, but it seemed like it was about a half an hour or something like that. And all it is interviews of David Lee Roth talking about Van Halen stuff, and they didn't even put the songs in. So like in the interview, they'll have a Much Music interview or whatever, and the guy will say, well, and here's Paradise City or something, and then no, because he didn't sing Paradise City, so he wouldn't have said that. But here's I don't know, what did he sing? California Girls? Just a Gigolo. So anyway, the interviewer would say something like, here's such and such, and then it just cut. Like, they didn't put in the video, which, come on, put in the video. You're only putting out a half an hour of interviews in here anyway. Surely you can fit the videos in. Lame. But at the same time, these interviews are worth watching. David Lee Roth was amped. I don't know how he had so much energy for, like, he was just going in the interview. And so that was kind of entertaining to watch. As much as I didn't watch very much of it. So, just heard it a little bit. And James watched that. So, that's it. I'm going to eat my soup. And I was going to sing a song to some house sparrows, but they seem to have moved on. They were chatty, and then they decided not to be. But that's okay. I'll do it another time.